Plants vs. Zombies, a popular game that almost anybody knows. But currently, it isn't doing so well. But why? Well, in this video, we're going to see why Plants vs. Zombies fell. So, to understand why Plants vs. Zombies fell, we need to look at their timeline first. So let's go all the way to the beginning in 2009. In May 5th, 2009, the first ever Plants vs. Zombies game was released. Plants vs. Zombies was a tower defense game, with zombies. If the zombies reached your home, you're dead. But, to counter the zombies, you're given plants by your neighbor, Dave. Plants vs. Zombies 1 also has 5 stages, those being morning, night, pool, roof, and roof night. So, while Plants vs. Zombies was released in 2009, the second Plants vs. Zombies game was released in 2013, the exact time being July 9th, 2013. So, what was Plants vs. Zombies 2? Well, it was almost the same thing as Plants vs. Zombies 1, but this time, it was about time. You went into the past and you went into the future to destroy all zombies. So basically, it's just the same thing as Plants vs. Zombies 1. 1 year after Plants vs. Zombies 2, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare is released. It's basically just Plants vs. Zombies Battleground. There were characters that you can choose from both sides, being zombies and plants. And each character also had their special abilities as well. In 2016, there were 2 Plants vs. Zombies games that were released. Those being Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, released in February 23rd, 2016, and Plants vs. Zombies Heroes, released in October 18, 2016. So first, let's talk about Garden Warfare. Garden Warfare 2 was the exact same as Garden Warfare 1, but this time with new plants and new abilities. But Plants vs. Zombies Heroes was different. Plants vs. Zombies Heroes was a card game. In this game, you could choose 2 sides, zombies and plants. And each side also had their own heroes that you can use for battle. And this game was also upwards. In the game, you picked up a card and you placed it on somewhere to fight the enemy. The enemy also could do the same thing, and the main goal was to defeat the enemy's hero. In 2019, Plants vs. Zombies released Battle for Neighborville. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is the exact same thing as Garden Warfare. In 2020, PopCap Games released Plants vs. Zombies 3, and oh, was it a downfall. Plants vs. Zombies 3 was a 3D game that was upwards? It also specifically released on some countries, except ours. We didn't get it. The game changed a lot of things. First of all, the graphics were now 3D. Second of all, you couldn't play Sunflower anymore. They were just a UI thing that gave you sun. But in 2021, they released Plants vs. Zombies 3 again, but this time in 2D. So this time they actually made the game better. But of course, it didn't release on Turkey. But other than that, it is the exact same thing as Plants vs. Zombies 1. Now that we have covered the timeline, let's talk about why it fell. Well, because it changed too much. I think the initial downfall started on Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. I don't think people really like Plants vs. Zombies Heroes, so yeah, I think that's where the initial downfall came from. Battle for Neighborville is just... people don't like it again. And Plants vs. Zombies 3, the 3D one, is just a failure. But if they continue with Plants vs. Zombies 3 in 2D, then that might work. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.